Hey everyone, this is Tim N3QE. Tonight I'm gonna run the NS of the NCCC FT4. It starts in 7 seconds. I got N1MM and WSJT paired here with my decode list. I'm gonna start by clicking on strong signals and that are calling CQ. Here's John NOTA. Let's see if I can get him first call. I'm gonna pre-position my mouse over the R73 button. Yes, got him first call. He came back with a signal report, but the signal report is not necessary in NSFT4. So I simply hit the button that sent the RR73. That tells most contesters that the QSO is over. Here I am. I clicked on PY2SRL. We're going to try to work him. Did not get him. I'm going to go to CQing. I'll also be watching the decode list down here. Got him. This is February. 40 meters has been the money band for me on Thursday nights in the NCCC FT4. But I do start on 20. I might spend 5 or even 10 minutes here, depending on activity, before I go to 40. Of the 3 stations I've logged so far, only one of them is obviously in the contest. A large number of the folks I work in the NCCC FT4 are, in fact, they don't even know that we're working them as part of the NCCC FT4. That also applies to Digi FT4 and FT8 mode contesting in general. All right, I just came back to HP2DX. He didn't send me his grid. I'm going to log him, but I don't get him as a multiplier because he never sent me his grid. That's one of the gotchas with working with a field of guys who don't know they're in the contest and the grid is a required part of the exchange. Some of them will just skip straight to the signal report. I'm going to flip to the other phase. See if there's anybody to work search and pounce here. W1UE. W1UE doesn't know it, but his signal was underneath another strong guy. Let's see if I get him. Nope, didn't get him. Let's try one more cycle. Um, East Coast is not necessarily reliable. East Coast is not necessarily reliable at this time of night. I'll go to CQing. I'm going to work VA6 RCN. He was CQing in the test. He probably will send me a contest exchange. That is an R and an R. I'll come back to him with an RR73 because I'm using the more general. Oh, let's try him one more time. One more time. I try to average one QSO a minute or better in this FT4 contest. It's a challenge to do that good. I'm going to move on to 40 meters. I usually have my best success on 40. I'm going to QS wide 800 in the audio frequency and start working guys from the decode list, guys who are CQing. At this time of evening, 40 is often good, both long and short. It's great. As you can see, a good chunk of my action is working guys I find calling CQ. I have the advantage there. If they're calling CQ, I will always get their grid. That didn't. That's not going to work. I got them. So while I go search and pounce on a new band, I can often average several QSOs a minute. That's great for FT4. After I do this, I'll probably flip to the other phase and work as many guys as I can, search and pounce on the other phase. When I flip to the other phase, I'm going to take 1600 hertz as my transmit frequency because I know that's clear. And again, as soon as we've exchanged grids, I go straight for the RR73 button. No need to exchange signal reports in this. And most human beings, as well as robots, will gladly take RR73 as a sign that the QSO is over. Even though I'm not CQing, it looks like I have the G6 calling me. Let's see if I can quickly work them. Again, rather than working guys by running, it's generally faster if they're CQing because you know you're going to get their grid. As soon as they get your grid, you go to RR73. Okay, I'm going to work this LA8 ENA as well, who I half started the QSO there in that previous cycle. All right, that's a wasted cycle. Okay, LA8 ENA is in the log. At this point, I've worked both phases, search and pounce. I'm going to do a little bit of CQing, and then I'm going to pick a new strategy. So we're almost 11 minutes into the contest. All right. Again, as soon as I got his grid, I sent him RR73. I wasn't quick enough clicking on this next guy, so I sent him a signal report. We'll complete the QSO, get him in the log, and move on. Again, that's a little less than optimal, but I'm just not fast enough with the fast 7.5 second cycle time to to be able to pick out one of a caller as well as RR73. All right, this guy I got N5RLD. He came back with his grid, so I just sent him an RR73. He's in the log. Okay. LA8ENA was in JO48. I'm going to fix that in my log real quick. JO48. Yeah, if I don't, oh, we might have somebody coming back to me. VE7XUV is in the log. At this point, I'm 13 minutes into the contest and I have 19 QSOs. It would have been nice to pump um, 20 meters for more, but at this point in the winter here on the East Coast, 20 isn't necessarily that productive. Now, the solar flux is high, so sometimes it has been productive. And again, if I was just a little faster on the mouse, I would feel more confident about setting all these guys RR73s instead of going through the signal report. Let's try this CM8. If he doesn't come back to me, I'm just going to CQ some more. Okay, I'm going to flip phases, most likely. I believe that 2500 was clear in the other phase. Okay, there's John N0TA. Here's VA6RCN. Now both VA6 and RCN are nearly on the same frequencies. WA2 HIP is much stronger. I'm more likely going to be able to work him. Let's try flipping phases again. W1UE and N3 PKC, though they ought to both be readily workable. Let's get N3 GSD out of the way. Then I'll move on to W1UE. This guy seems more marginal. Let's see if I can get him in. If not, I'm going to go straight back to CQing. Got him. I might plan on flipping phases here. One advantage to flipping phases frequently is you can almost always choose a frequency that you know is clear in the other direction. All right, we got KO3F. Even though we RR 73'd and then 73'd, he's giving me a signal report again. I might have to just work him to get him out of the way. This time I'm not going to log him. He's already in the log. Let's try to get VA6 RCN. One more time, VA6 RCN. Uh-oh. Let's try this AI5CD guy. Just clicking 1 second late into the 7-second cycle is a big I'm gonna flip phases. And I'm going to be CQing in the other phase instead of trying to continue work AI5CD, who's not even on that phase. I might try VA6 RCN if I don't get any respondents. Oh, we got a respondent. W4JH. Let's see if I can take that off. And 3 PKC. I just worked in 3 PKC. May as well work him again since he's calling me again. Okay, he was already in the log. Okay, VA6 RCN had just wrapped with N0TA. Let's see if I can finally get him. He's a popular guy. Did not get him. Let's try A5CD. VA6 RCN again. So with just a minute or two left to go, I'm going to switch to 80. We aren't there yet, though. And VA6 RCN is not hearing me. Let's see if AI5CD can hear me. It's possible my frequency is obliterated in the other direction by QRM. Yeah, I didn't get AI5CD yet. I'm going to flip phases. That was pointless. What I got? All right, there's still a couple guys to work here on 40. I suppose to get him, I'm going to send him a signal report this time. I'm probably not particularly strong in Brazil. All right, now I got him. All right, I already had him in the log. I did not work this guy. He's going out of the log. I did work that guy. Now maybe I can come back and work KC1MMC before I go to 80. KI7KY. All right, I am going to 80. Important thing to note is that if you in the 3575 segment, oh, we already have a couple FT8 guys here. Let's polish them off in the log before the 0130 deadline rolls around. I may not get anybody on this band. All right, I got W1UE in the log right at the deadline. Um, the contest is over. Let's see if either of these guys keep on CQing. Uh, so this is my score for the night. I'm going to subtract one QSO because, as you will remember, I did not extract a grid from HP2DX. He called me with a signal report. That'll make my final score be 34 times 31. Let's adjust the log for that right now. And 34 times 31 is 1054. That's not the best I've ever done in the half hour Thursday night NCCC FT4 Sprint, but it it's certainly up there. I'm always happy when I can get more than one QSO a minute. 34 QSOs in 30 minutes is something I'm proud of. Thank you.